Hey everybody, thanks for coming to the channel. Today we have Steve and Jesse matching up. It's two destruction armies. Jesse's going to be running the Troggoths again. He's got Ma and Pa back to see if they can wreck some face. And Steve's got a new Bonesplitterz army that he's going to be rocking on the table, so we're going to see how they do. It's kind of exciting to see that. And then we're going to be playing a special scenario out of the original Age of Sigmar book. It's Hold or Die. And so we'll go over the scenario, go over the armies, the table, and everything like that in a second. So stay tuned, enjoy the show. But before we get into that, we do appreciate you coming to the channel. If you're new here, if you consider like, sharing, and subscribing, we'd appreciate that. If you're coming back again to visit us, we appreciate that very much as well. So if you got any questions or comments, leave those down below. We definitely like to interact with our community, and so we definitely will answer all of those questions and things like that. Be kind, of course, but we like to get better with each battle report that we do, so we do appreciate the comments and things like that. Leave those down below. Stick around, enjoy the show, folks. Okay, so we're going to roll to see who's going to be the custodian, who's going to be the invader.
So I'm the invader?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Alright, so we'll set up and then we'll show you the armies. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we're going to be playing a scenario out of the original Age of Sigmar book. It's on page 142 to 145, and it's called Hold or Die. And so what happens is, Steve rolled, and he's going to be the invader, and he's going to set up a third of his forces in a 9-inch circle, and the other 2/3 are going to be set up furthest away from the edge of the table, and he decided he's going to go all the way to by the window there with them. Jesse doesn't know that yet, but Steve showed that to me privately. And the gist of this scenario is Jesse has to destroy that initial third of the forces in order to win, and Steve has to survive long enough to bring the rest of his forces on and destroy Jesse. So that's the gist of the scenario. There's a couple other things we decided to ignore in this, but that's the main part of what we decided to go with. If you got any questions, shoot us a message below. Enjoy the show.
So starting with my invaders here, this is a third of my army I've placed on the board to start with, and I'm looking at 4 Savage Big Stabbas. We're looking at a Wargog Prophet, and he has the spell Brutal Beast Spirits. A Wardock with Hand of Gork or Mork. A Maniac Weird Knob with the Big Murgok Mask and Bone Crusher spell, and 5 of the Savage Boar Boy Maniacs.
Okay, and then in reserves, which will come on in the movement phase and second turn, we're going to go over that real quick.
This is my reinforcements coming in on turn 2, beginning the movement phase. We're going to have 4 more Big Stabbas, Orc War Boss on Wyvern, allied from Greenskins, 30 Error Boys with Banner and Drummer, Murgok Shaman that has Prophet of the Dawa command trait, which lets me, as long as he's alive, I reroll all failed battle shock tests, and he has Squiggly Curse as a spell. And the Maniac Weird Knob over here has Cunning Beast Spirits as a spell, and then 5 more Maniacs with Drummer and Banner.
And how many points total is it?
It is 2,000 points exactly.
And this, are you going to end up using the Balewind?
It is very possible.
I'm playing Gloomspite Gitz with a Trog herd today. I got MacLeod right here with his little buddies. I got a Troggoth Hag, which I call Mama. I got 2 units of Fellwater Trolls. I got a Dankhold Trollboss, which I call Pa. And then I got a unit of 9 Rockgut Trollgoths. And that's my list.
You already placed the Loon Shrine?
Yep, and then I do have a Scrap Scuttle Arachnid Cauldron, but I haven't cast it yet, so.
And then which corner did you put the moon in?
Moon is over here in this corner.
It's the black token in the corner there. Alright. And how many points total is it?
I have 1,880 points, so I get 2 extra command points.
I think I'm going to get you go first.
Alright. Let's have fun. Starting with my hero phase, I'm going to activate my Dankhold Trollboss's command ability. Reroll 1s to hit to the Fellwater Trolls.
And then we'll go through the rest of hero phase and be right back.
For my Troll Hag, I'm going to be casting the Scrap Scuttle Arachnid Cauldron and a casting value of 5. And I don't get it. That's my hero phase. On to movement.
So if you just want to mention real quick how many command points you have
And
how you got there.
I have 3 command points. I used 1 command point to be able to re-roll 1s for these guys. So there we go.
How did you get to 3 command points or 4 command points initially? Is kind of what I meant.
I'm running the Trog Herd Battalion, and then I'm also since I'm only running 1,880 points, I got 2 extra command points. I moved these guys forward 6 inches, and then I ran with them, and I rolled a 5, so they got an additional 5 more inches. And I just moved everyone up 6 more inches. They all have a movement of 6, except for she gets 8. So. Alright, on to the shooting phase. Rock Guts get their rock throw ability. I'm pretty sure these boars are within 12 inches. Needs to be. So, yep, definitely within 12. So as long, well, even if, yeah, I can't fail it. So, automatically take D3 damage, D3 mortal wounds. And that's 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, and 2 6+. Made 1.
Alright.
1 takes a wound. Yes.
So then next I'm gonna use Trollhag's Vomit attack. Since she's at full wounds, I get 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. She's gonna go after the boars. Yep, within range, just barely. So, 6 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound. Got all but 1.
Did you still need to roll another dice there, bud?
Did I only roll 5?
Yep.
Oh. To hit. And so 3 wounds. Yeah.
And I made 1. Well, is there any rend on it? Sorry.
It is -2 rend.
Okay, so I still make 1, because I always pass on 6s. But I fail 2.
Alright.
1 damage piece.
It does D3 damage. So you saved 1, so like 2 D3. I got 1 and 3, so.
Alright, so 1 goes poof. And so that would be 2. And so this one's got 2 on him.
Lastly, Mollog's gonna use his Bat Squig. On a 5+, I get to pick a unit within 18 inches and they take a mortal wound. Nope. Jabbertoad have enough range? I think so. Yep. So, his Jabbertoad is 4+4+, no rend, 1 damage. Hit. No wound. And that's my shooting phase. I guess Mollog will try and charge, and she will try and charge. So Mollog first. Nope, definitely not gonna make it.
Want to spend a command point?
To reroll charges?
Yeah.
Not on him, but on her I might. Alright. Yeah, I'll spend a command point to reroll her charge. 10?
You got that, yep.
Yep.
Nope, you're in.
All day long.
Alright, River Trolls. First unit gets in. I got to charge off with the Troll Hag Mama and some of her babies there. On to combat. I'm going to activate the Troll Hag first before any wounds get on her. Going with Crushing Blow first, or Crushing Bulk. So she gets D3 attacks with this. She gets 2. Hitting on a 4+. Both hit. Wounding on a 3+. I got both.
Made 1.
Alright, so D6 damage. 1.
Wow.
Okay, and then her Deadwood Staff. I get 4 attacks. I am hitting on 4. Got 2. Wounding on a 2. Oof, only got 1. Oof. So that's minus, well, yeah, minus 1 does 3 damage.
Just straight 3?
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably dead after this anyway.
That's everything
Oh.
from her. So, your go.
So I'm going to pick this unit to attack first. And I'm not within 3, we checked. So I do not get any of my bonuses. I think I can do that. And 1 inch. All right.
Yuck.
Yeah. It's all right. So then I get to go to attacks. They do have a 3-inch attack range. Oops, nope, but I do get that one. So I get 1 and 1. And so I'm going to do the one on the Troggoth Hag first.
You are minus 1 to hit for both units.
Okay. So these are hitting on 5s. Hit 1. And wounding on 3s. And it wounds, and that is rend minus 2.
Rend minus 2. This is against the Troll Hag?
Yep.
Alright, I believe her save is 4. Yep.
Okay, and it is, because it is a monster, it is 3 plus D3 for 2. So that's 5.
5? 5 wounds?
Yep.
Okay.
And now the one against the River Trolls, hitting on 5s. Nothing.
River Trolls move in. That's the one, the only other unit I have in there. Get 4 attacks each. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, minus 1 rend does 2 damage. Alright, I'm going to have 2 guys go after the boars, and then 1 guy go after the spear. So here's the guy going after the boar, or the guy's going after the boars. So 8 attacks, hitting on 3s, and I do get to reroll 1s because of the command ability. Oh, still got a 1. So 5 hits, wounding on 3s. I got 3.
Show day boxcars. Made 1, so 4 wounds.
Yep.
Sweet. And he's got 1 left. Oh, sorry, he's taken 1.
And the last one going after the spears. Got 3 hits. Oop, reroll 1s. That's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. That's 3.
All right, get all 3 of them.
So that's 6 wounds.
6 wounds. All right, I think I'm gonna pull this bad boy and do D3 mortal wounds to your hag. And then I'm going to do 2 wound dice to this bad boy over here. And so the D3 mortal wounds for 1. And let's see, now I get to go into combat with the Maniac. He is within 3 inches of a monster. Roll a dice before piling in and consult the following table. And that is a 6. Each time he rolls a wound roll of 6, the monster suffers a mortal wound in addition to its normal damage.
Okay.
So he gets 2 attacks with his choppas, rerolling hits of 1, hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 5s.
5s, so hitting on 5s, rerolling 1s. Those 2 5s.
Okay.
And wounding on 3s. And that's a 6, so that's a mortal wound. And 2 no rend.
2 no rend.
Yep.
Okay. The 2 no rend. She doesn't save either of them, so she takes 3 more.
Alright, and the boar's attacks now, hitting on 5s. I hit 1 and 2 wound. That's a 4 to wound, so there's 1 no rend.
Doesn't make it.
Alright. And now I have to attack with everybody else. He's not within range. Well, he's if I bring him that way. So he is within range, so I'm going to activate the weird knob. And his monster hunter result is a 3, which is reroll any failed wound rolls that direct their attacks against a monster this turn. And he's going to pile in. I don't even think he can pile in towards him because he's not the nearest enemy. So he can't do anything. Okay, so he's going to sit there and do nothing. I can't activate anybody else, so the Maniac gets his attacks again. Maniac Fury. I can pile in and attack with this model for a second time at the end of each of my own combat phases. Never mind. So that would be combat. Moving to Battle Shock.
Battle Shock.
Battle Shock. So 6 minus 4, so a 1 or a 2 for him to live. Oops. Poof, he goes bye-bye.
So now we'll go on to Bonesplitterz, turn 1.
Almost forgot the leadership on the Stabas. 6, they lose a guy.
Nope, they're good.
Alright, start of the hero phase, generate a command point. Going to start with the Wardock, going into his ritual dance. And I got a 4, which is pick a Wardock unit within 10, reroll save rolls of 1. I'm going to pick a Wargog Shaman, moving to magic. The Wardock is going to cast Gork and Mork. The Hand of Gork or Mork has a casting value of 6. If successfully cast, choose a Bonesplitterz unit. It doubles its movement and gains fly. That's a fail. The Weird Knob, he is going to cast Bone Crusher. Again, casting value of a 6. Failed that. Wargog Prophet is going to cast Brutal Beast Spirits. I'm trying to cast first. Brutal Beast Spirits, casting value of 6. Got it on an 8.
Alright, I'll try and dispel. So I need a 9. Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to give that to the Stabbers. They get +1 run, charge, and hit rolls until my next hero phase. And then he's going to cast Arcane Bolt. Cast Arcane Bolt, why not? Got it on a 7.
Okay.
And deal a mortal wound to the hag.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to use Wargog Mask in my hero phase from him on the Troggoth hag. I roll a dice. On a 3 or more, the unit suffers D3 mortal wound. Or sorry, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. On a I roll. On a 1 or 2, the user is slain. On a 3, I can continue to keep doing mortal wounds. So it suffers D3 mortal wounds for 1. And does it continue? It does. For an additional 1 mortal wound. Does it continue? It does. And for 3 mortal wounds. And does it continue? It does not. He is stunned.
Okay.
Not quite as good as a Hand of Dust or the...
Not quite as good, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
To use Wargog's command ability, Prophet of Dawa, pick a unit within 15, and they get to immediately pile in and attack if it was combat phase. So I'm going to use his command point to use his ability to have them attack, pile in and attack 3 inches. Now, my only question, and I'm going to ask you two gentlemen here because I haven't never had an actual clarification on this. It says, if he uses this ability, they may pile in and attack as if it was the combat phase. In the Allegiance ability, it says, if I'm chosen to make my attacks in the combat phase and is within 3 inches of a monster, do I roll on the monster? Because it says pile in and attack as if it was the combat phase.
But it's not the
combat phase.
That's what I would say.
Yes.
So.
Alright. So if you guys have an answer for that in the comments, please let me know. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and I've looked. So if you have a clarification on that, let me know.
What page is that in the book?
That is on page 85, and then on the Wargog Prophet, that is page 104.
Alright, so if anybody knows, if you can comment down below, be sure to appreciate it for the rules of clarification. Right now we're going to play it like it's not going to work for him though, because it's not the combat phase.
Correct. Alright, so piling in 3 inches. I mean, technically, I just have to move closer, so I'm just going to keep touching your model and just swerve. And move him 3 inches, and he has to end He has to end closer, so he will end right there. That is within 3, within 3, within 3. And he is within 3. So this boy is going to attack the troll hag. My dice here. He is hitting on 5s. No, I got brutal cutting off.
Yep,
plus 1.
Yep. So you're breaking
hitting on
even.
4s. Yep. Which 1 hit and wounding on 3s. That doesn't wound.
Okay.
And then I got 4 attacks from the other boys, the river trolls. And this is still -1, correct? So I'm hitting on 4s.
Yep.
And that is all of them hit.
Okay.
And wounding on 3s. And all of them wound. And that is rend -2, 3 damage apiece.
Okay, so they don't get save because their save is 5+. So just roll your damage.
3 damage apiece.
Oh, 3 damage apiece.
Yep.
So 12.
Yep.
All right, so that's goodbye unit. Wait, yeah, goodbye unit. They each have 4 wounds.
Now moving to movement. Gun movement, I moved and ran away, obviously, because I need them to live. I have no shooting, so moving to combat. Chose to activate my stabas, and they're within 3. So they're going to roll on the Savage Orc Monster Hunter, which is a 6, which they deal mortal wounds on 6s to wound. So now time to pile in. This one has 2 wounds on it, don't forget that.
Bye-bye, troll.
I should probably pile in smarter, but we'll see it bite me later. Alright, so they have 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. Oh, need that. Oof, that was really bad. And wounding on 3s. That's 2.
Okay.
And -2.
6s for saves. I don't make either.
And that's 3 plus D3 each.
She's dead. Bye-bye, mama.
Alright, so end of turn, we're going to roll off. There's no battle shock there, because Mama just died. So we're going to roll off to see who gets turn 2. This is important.
Oh. Alright. I'll go first.
Alright, so we're going to Troggoth, turn 2.
So on a 2, on a 2 through 5, it moves. On a 6, it moves twice. 4, so it just moves once. Alright, so I use my command ability, 2 command points, 1 to reroll, once to hit for these guys. And then I made these guys run the full 6 inches. That's what I did with them. They're going after the heroes back there. Meanwhile, everyone else is kind of heading towards them. So, let's go on to shooting phase. Fellwater trolls get a shooting attack. They're going to go after them. So, 6 inches. This last one looks like he's out. But the other 2 are in. So that's 2 attacks. They're vomit attacks. They're hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. And I get to reroll once. So both of them hit. Wounding on 3s. Neither of them actually. So there's that. MacLeod is going to use his bat squeak against them. So on a 5+, it causes more wound. Does nothing. His Jabbertoad, I need a Jabbertoad is 4+ to hit, 4+ to wound. Hits. Wounds.
Failed it.
Alright, so 1 takes 1 wound, yep. And with that, you guys are -1 to hit. For the rest of the battle round.
So I'll be back to 5s.
Yep. Pretty much. Rock Gut ability, they're going to go after this guy over here.
Automatic D3.
Yep, definitely within 12 inches. Automatically D3. 2 mortal wounds.
6 pluses. Failed them both. He takes 2.
Okay. And that's all my shooting. So on to charging. Alright, so I was able to get the River Trolls to charge in along with the Dinkhole Troll Boss and MacLeod. We're going to see if the Spite Shroom goes off for an additional -1 to hit. Does not. I am going to go with the River Trolls, actually. Because the other 2 guys, it doesn't matter how much damage they take, they still do the same amount back. River Trolls each have 4 attacks each. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Get to reroll 1s. I got 1 1, 2 1s. Alright. 9 hits, wounding on 3s. And I got 2 6s, so I do an additional 2 wounds, so 6.
Okay.
But
So here's the 2 separate ones. Made 1. So one of those 6s is negated.
yep,
And the 4 regular. Failed them all.
they do 2 damage each.
So 5 got through. So that's 10, which is enough. Yes.
Yep.
Plus 1. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm going to shoot 3d3 mortal wounds. I think I am going to shoot them at the River Trolls. And that's 4.
4?
Yep.
Bye bye, River Troll.
And leadership on the River Trolls.
Leadership is gonna be 6 now, so I lost 1, so I need a 5. Well, yeah, 5. So it equals. No,
No, you're at -1.
yep. So
So-
5 is equals. They're within range.
Okay, so
Okay.
you get +1. Yep.
Yep.
So now we're going to go into Bonesplitterz, turn 2.
Start of the hero phase. I generate a command point. Yay! I can find the one. All right. Wardock Dance. He gets a 2. He heals D3 mortal, or he's going to heal D3 wounds for 1. So he goes back up by 1. And he is going to attempt to cast the Hand of Gork or Mork, which goes off on a 6. Which goes off on an 8. And so I'm going to select this bad boy right here. And he doubles his movement and gains fly. The Wurzog Prophet is going to cast Fist of Gork on that unit. That is a 10, which does go off. Fist of Gork has casting value of 8. Pick an enemy unit within 18, roll 1 dice for each model in that unit that is visible to the caster. Each roll of 6 is a mortal wound. I didn't roll doubles, so that doesn't count. So, oh look, we're all visible. Imagine that. They're all big, tall trolls. There's 9 trolls in that unit. Whole lot of nothing.
Oh, brutal.
And Arcane Bolt goes off on a 7. They all got regeneration.
Yep, every single one of them.
Yep. Put 1 mortal wound on the trolls. Oh no.
Okay.
Now I'm going to move and run with that gentleman there. And that is a 5 plus 5 for 10. Double it and add fly for 20. So he's going to move. He's got 1 wound on him. Run away, run away. And he's going to move and run for 11 to right there. And I believe at the end of the movement phase I get to bring my stuff in.
You are correct, sir.
Alright, so end of the movement phase I get to bring my stuff in.
So if you just want to go over what that is real quick.
So I get to bring in what's the reinforcements to my army with the general within 6 inches of this board edge that I had declared before the game, and as long as I'm 3 inches away from enemy models.
So we'll do that setup and then we'll be right back.
Alright, so this is where they coming in. They're the Air Boys, Wardock Shaman, Big Stabbas, Weird Knob, 5 more of the Maniacs, and Orc Warboss on Wyvern.
So, and because of the scenario, this actually counts as their movement for reinforcement. So, now we'll go on to the next stage of things.
Shooting.
24 inch, 18 inch.
And I can't move, and I can't charge, so that's the end of my turn, boys.
Alright, roll off for next turn.
Roll for turn.
Over here.
Oh, yeah.
2. 4.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I used a command point to make these guys run faster, and then I just moved the rest of the group 6 inches towards that guy over there. On to shooting phase. First, I'm going to start with MacLeod. See if he can get his Jabber Toad within range. Yes. So that means his Bat Squig will also be in range. So Jabber Toad, 4+ to hit. Does not hit. Bat Squig. That's a mortal wound.
6+. Dang.
Okay.
You're running away from me.
Alright. The rock gut trolls I measured are within 12 inches of him. So D3 mortal wounds against him. 1.
And 6+. Fail it. He's back to 2.
Charging. I'm going to try and charge with MacLeod and the river trolls. So MacLeod first. 11 inches. That's within range. Oop, sorry. Okay, and then the river trolls. Let's see if they get there. I will spend a command point to re-roll that. And still, no, won't get there. Combat phase. MacLeod's gonna go and attack. What's his name over there? Wardock. So MacLeod has 2 attacks with his Puff Fungus Club. If I roll a 1, nothing happens. If I roll 2 through 3, he suffers 1 mortal wound. On a 4+, he suffers D3 mortal wounds. Alright. 3s for both, so he suffers 2 mortal wounds.
6 pluses. He made neither of them, so he's taking 3. I suppose I get my pile in and attack back, so let's see, I don't want to pile in.
Sorry, I forgot the stalactite squig. You are at -1 to hit me.
I am?
Yes. Okay. Or spike shroom squig, sorry, not stalactite squig.
And he gets 1 attack. Hitting on a 4. Hits. Wounds on a 4. Oops, sorry. That's wrong. Hit wounds. No rend.
Alright, so I get a 4+ save. Yep. Off the table.
No floor dice, Jordan.
Oh, that's a 1. I'm gonna. Oh, wait. Does it cause more than 1 damage? Okay. Roll that.
3.
3. Okay, so 3 5-ups on the. Actually, I suppose I gotta roll it 1 at a time. So on the stalactite squig. Ooh, he's dead, the first one. Okay, and then I'll just take it on the other 2. Alright. That's it.
Alright.
So we don't have any battle shock. Now we're going to go into Bonesplitterz, turn 3.
Alright, hero phase. I guess I'm going to go big or go home. So start the hero phase, generating command point. Boop, up to 2. We're going to start with the Hand of Gork and Mork. Goes off on a 6. Nope. Alright. Moving to the Fist of Gork. We're going to give that baby a shot 1 more time. Goes off on an 8. Nope. And let's see, Arcane Bolt from him. That goes off. 1 mortal wound to these trolls.
Alright, 5+ save. Nope. Takes 1 more wound.
Over here, we're gonna Cunning Beast Spirits from the Weird Knob into this squad. Well, Bone Spirit from him. Casts on a 4.
And what does that do?
Bonesplitterz casting ability of 4. Successfully cast. Reroll hit rolls of 1 for the caster and any friendly units that are within 10 inches when they attack until your next hero phase. If the casting roll is a double, you reroll all fail hits.
Okay.
Alright, so he's going to cast Bone Spirit. And that is a 7 and not a double. So all units within 10 inches of him re-roll hit rolls when they attack.
Is he on that half of the board or this half?
He's right here.
Okay, so never mind.
Alright. And the Wargog Prophet over there is going to cast Vortex.
Balewind Vortex.
Thank you. Goes I believe on a 7, so that's an 8. And so it's got to be within 1 inch of him. I gotta read the rules on that, because it cannot be placed there.
We're gonna look up a rule real quick. We'll be right back.
So I wasted a spell because Balewind Vortex cannot be placed within 1 inch of the caster, and because of that, even though I successfully cast it, it doesn't do anything. Moving on to my next spell, which isn't in range. Moving on to movement. Alright, so I moved everything forward. Moved around the big stabas, rolled a 1, didn't matter. Kind of building my lineup. Shooting, I'm not within range with anything. Charges, I'm not within 12 of anything. And that's the end of my turn.
Now we're gonna roll off for turn.
No, you get it, no matter what. You get to pick.
No, you went first. It's alright, you're gonna go first again anyway, so. Go ahead.
Oh. Alright. So, I get to go first. Let's see if the moon moves. It moves. So now it's in the center. Affects the whole board. Use Fangs of the Bad Moon on his boss over there. Rolled a 4. So he takes 2 mortal wounds.
And he saved one of them.
Okay.
So he's taking 3.
Hero phase, I'm going to use command point on them to make them run full 6 inches. Use the other command point for his ability so he can reroll once. Alrighty. So let's go on to movement. Well, I ran with the Rockets, so they got a full 12 inches. They're chasing after Mr. Wizard over there. I moved the River Troll and the Dankhold Troll Boss over to try and reinforce them. I moved MacLeod closer to other wizard over here so I could finally snipe him. On shooting, Jabbertoad, going with MacLeod. Jabbertoad against him, I need a 4+ to hit. And that misses. And then I got the Bat Squig.
Bat Squig's dead.
Oh yeah, Bat Squig's dead, sorry, my bad.
The ghost of the bat squig.
It missed anyway. Alright, so then Rocket Troll's ability, D3 mortal wounds, causes 1.
Yep. They're up. He's up to 4.
Okay, charging. I'm going to charge with MacLeod over here. Nope. Not double ones. Okay, so then that's all my charging. MacLeod's gonna attack. So 2 attacks. On 2+, I cause a mortal wound, and then on 4+, I cause D3 mortal wounds. Got a 1, reroll. So 2 D3 mortal wounds. I got 2 + 3, so 5.
Yep, he's poofed.
On to your turn 4.
Alright, start of the hero phase. I'm going to generate a command point. I'm going to use his ability of Brutal Beast Spirits. And let's see if we can actually get it this time. And that is a 9, which does go off. So I'm
Is it
going...
a spell?
It is a spell.
You're at -1 casting right now.
Okay, so it goes off on an 8.
Okay.
Casting value 6.
Gotcha.
I'm going to give them +1 to run, charge, and hit.
Them, which them?
The Maniacs.
Okay.
Give the Maniacs +1. And he is also going to cast, I'm at -1, so might as well do Arcane Bolt. And that goes off on an 8.
Yep.
So they take 1 mortal wound.
5+, nothing happens. Nope, they take a mortal wound.
That weird knob is going to attempt to cast Bone Spirit. This one right here. Goes off on a 5 because of the -1. Oh, no, that's a 4. That actually fails. And my Wurzog Prophet over there now is going to cast the Bellwind Vortex. On a 6. I don't think he gets it on a 6. And let's see his other ability is Fistic Orc, which he's out of range in. So I'm going to spend in a command point on the Wyvern, Oruk Warboss on Wyvern. His ability is, if an Orbark uses his ability, then all Oruk units from my army that are within 12 inches when they attack in my next combat phase are frenzied. All models in these units make 1 additional attack with all of their melee weapons. So I'm going to use that. And that is the end of my hero phase. Moving to movement.
So we'll do movement. We'll be right back.
Moved up. Everybody into effective range. Nobody ran. Everybody just moved. Well, sorry, he does need to run actually, and he gets a 6. So he's moving 11, which is actually 10 because he's got to go over that 1-inch hump. And now I'm done with movement. Now moving on to shooting, I have 11 guys within 18-inch range of. The cutoffs are right here. And then actually, I don't even get him because well, he's got line of sight. Yep. So that's 33 shots. 33 shots. So I'm going to be rolling 3 sets of 11, and these are hitting on 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits there. 3 hits there, so that's 7. 4 hits there for 11. And hey, look, I got 11 dice. That is exactly statistical average. And so 4 is to wound. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was below average, so that's 4 saves.
No rend?
No rend.
Okay, so 5+. I don't make any of those. Then my 5++, do they cause an additional damage or no? Is it just 1 damage? I make 2 of them. 2 6s and 2 1s. That's
okay.
Kind of surprising. So 2 wounds on this guy.
Alright, and that's, I believe, all I have for shooting, unless the War Boss on Wyvern has any, which he does not. So moving to charges, I'm going to start with the Wyvern. Wyvern declares a charge and gets a 9. So, right there. And the Maniacs declaring a charge gets 8, 9, 10, 11.
Sure.
So, all I do is appreciate. Alright. And
So why are you doing it that way? Just out of curiosity.
because I'm going to attack first with the Wyvern, which means then he gets to activate, and I want to minimize the amount of attacks that are on. They have 1-inch range, 2-inch range?
2-inch.
Okay, then I better actually attack with them first. So I better actually finish them off at 11 and actually do it. I better do them first.
I wasn't trying to sway you, I was just asking what your tactic was.
No, my tactic was if they, because I just assumed they had 1-inch range, that if they had 1-inch range, that they're only going to be able to get 1 into combat there. So there's going to be 2 guys worth of attacks on that squad maximum. Assuming I'm only going to lose 2, that'd be 6 guys worth of attacks at the end of the combat phase because they attack twice. So then that would have been a total of 36 attacks.
They each get 2. Hit on 3s, wound on 3s.
Yeah, and they do 3 damage piece.
Yep. Minus 2 rend.
Statistically speaking, out of 4, you get 2. And I might pass and save.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna go back to my original idea. I'm just gonna do it. If it screws me, it screws me. I'll just do the shot. I'm gonna attack with the wyvern first. All right, so he gets 7 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Range minus 1 damage. That's 1, 2, 3 misses. Oh my gosh, that's bad. And wounding on 3s. 1. At rend minus 1.
Okay, 6 up. Nothing. Then how much damage?
Just 1.
Just 1. All right. Then 5 plus. Nothing. So 1 goes down.
All right. And the wyvern's horns, claws, and teeth gets 6 attacks. All models in these units, yep. So that includes the wyvern. So that's 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s. All of them hit.
Okay.
And wounding on 3s. 1 failed, so that's 5. At rend minus 1.
Okay.
2 damage apiece.
So 5 saves. I need 6s. I don't get any 6s. So 2 damage apiece. So that's 10. So this is 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then I take 6 wounds. So then 1 more goes down and 1 takes 2.
And then it's got the wyvern barbed venomous tail, which is 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, which is 1, and wounding on 2s, which fails. That is him. So then I get to pile in and attack.
So you lost 2 that combat, Jesse?
2, yes. 6 attacks against the boars, hitting on 3s. I got 4 hits, wounding on 3s. And I got 4 wounds, so 4 saves.
Rend minus 2, right?
Yep.
Made 1.
Okay, so then that is 9.
Yep.
Okay, and then 2 on the river. Both of them miss.
Boar boys. It might as well just do all their attacks together. So this is going to be the 12 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Of course, the one time I don't want to roll 2s. Alright, and wounding on 3s. And so that is 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. No rend.
Okay, so 5 plus save. How much damage does it do?
1 apiece.
1 apiece, okay. 3 5-ups. All of them save.
Okay, here is the 12 attacks on the 2 remaining boards. These are hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, rerolling failed wounds. And wounding on 4s, rerolling failed. So there, good thing I reroll fails. Had to use the reroll to get average, so that's 4.
Okay, any rend?
Nope.
5 plus. I don't make any of those, and then my other 5, do they do more than 1 damage?
Nope.
Okay. I make 1. So 3. So another troll bites it, and then 1 more on one of them. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, hang on a second.
I have to do battle shock at -3, so I need a 1, 2, or 3. That's a 4, so I lose 1 guy. I think I'm gonna pull that guy.
I lost 3 as well, so I need a 1, 2, or 3. I got a 4, so I lose 1 as well. So,
Wounded 1.
yep. Might as well.
And roll to see who goes first in turn 5.
3. 3.
So you went first, so you get to choose.
I'll go first. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna win this. So.
Rolling for the moon.
It rolled a 5, so only moves 1.
So it'll wind up over here.
So. And my boss is still within 36 inches, so he's in that corner technically. So I still get 2 command points. Figured out we're able to run as you retreat. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move my Dankhold Troll Boss so that he's within 12 inches of those guys. So then I can use a command point to retreat and run them, and then try and snipe that last character and might be able to pull a win off. If not, we'll see. So that's the plan. Alright. So, move him. They're within 12. I'll move these guys over here too, just in case it doesn't happen.
And you can run all of these guys too if you want. But
yeah, I know. Might as well run him.
I mean, all you're going to do is move him into position for Steve to charge you.
Okay. I rolled for my rock throw ability. I rolled a 3. They're still at unit size of 5, so they're okay. So now I just need to cause 2 mortal wounds. So hopefully I'll roll a 4 or a 3. I got a 5, so 3.
And this game.
Oh!
First victory for the trolls.
The Battle of
On
Brothers.
a technicality. Good game. Ugh.
Stone Trolls, what are you going to do? They throw stones. I thought Steve was going to get away, but Jesse got him right at the end there. Don't worry about Steve, though. He'll be back with that Destruction Army. He's growing that thing like crazy. We're going to see a lot of fun things coming from Steve in the future with Destruction. It's going to be awesome. So stay tuned for those. In addition to that, we're also going to be bringing on Bretonnians and Tomb Kings. Those are 2 armies from Fantasy that didn't really carry over in some people's opinions, but they did in mine. So I've been working on those kind of as a side project. You're going to be seeing those on the channel very shortly, along with the other armies that I had mentioned. So go ahead and look at the playlist down below. We have lots of videos. I do appreciate you guys coming back to the channel. If you can like, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, we sure would appreciate that. And we'll see you in the next battle report.